that here or is it next door? I can hear it, but is it next door? Thank you. Good, no barking. Very good. Patterson, don't lick me. Thank you. Patterson, go. I love you too, but you've got to go to Patterson because don't lick me. Luke, come here please. Good, no barking, Angel. Luke. I miss. Luke, come here. Quick. Have you already gone to Skywalker? You're in Skywalker? Thank you. Good boy. Good Skywalker. No barking. Very good. Good girl, Angel. Good, no barking. It's next door, isn't it? Yeah? Next door. We don't bark at stuff next door, do we? Can you go to Patterson, please, now? Do you want to go to Henry Lawson, or do you want to go to Patterson? Quick, go. Hurry up. Patterson. So the magic word that we use, each of them have their own. Lay down, please, Mr. Fox. Okay, Frozen. Quick, go to Frozen. Now. Oh, good, lay down. Good choice. Yeah, you know it's a good choice. Good boy, good lay down. So each of them have their own individual magic word that if you say it, no matter what the action they're doing, what the behaviour it is, good boy, come to here. Can you sit? Thank you, good, come. Sit down. When you're ready. Pokey dog. Good sitting. Thank you. Good, come. Good, leave it. It's next door, isn't it? Yeah, I know. But it's next door. Yeah, if you bark, you'll go back into Skywalker. Okay? Come here. No, no. Go play. Luke. Luke, go play. Okay, all puppies, go play. Go play. So he thought that I'd said his magic... Good boy, come here. Good here. Come here. He thought that that magic word that I'd said to him, that he was going back into trouble because he'd actually barked at something that was outside. Okay, Lulu, stop it, please. Pretty girl, lay down, thank you. Now, or solitary? Oh, good lay down, good choice. Jess, do you want to lay down? Thank you, good lay down. Mr. Fox, you go to Alaska or find somewhere to lay down? Oh, good decision. Thank you. Hey, Jess, come here. Jess. Thanks. So you're a hypo little dog. So this one's word is B-O-X. So stop licking me, please. Thank you. Watch out for Angel's legs. There's another dog there. Mr. Fox, go to Alaska. Let's go. Jess, stay. Mr. Fox, come on. Quick. Let's go to Alaska. Thank you. You go to Alaska. I asked you to lay down. If you don't want to lay down, you go to Alaska. Luke, Skywalker, now. Quick. Let's go. Thank you. Jess, in the box. Let's go. So, good girl, I know. In the box, Skywalker and Alaska. So, good girl, Katie. Good girl, Lulu. Good pretty girl. Good boy for Mr. Phoenix. Alaska. Now. And when they come back, I actually now will go and close the door. No, go to Alaska. I asked you to come over here. I didn't say come back. Mr. Fox, let's go. Thank you. Alaska, please. Thank you. The rest of you can have your cage open. Go play. So the other two don't have to stay in their timeouts very long because they went to there on their own, they stopped the action, or they didn't continue another bad action. And it's an area where they'll go and lay there because they want to, and they all take it in turns, and there's different spots and places, and it can be laying down on the ground in front of you. It can be, generally your dogs are going to want to then get up, walk around, go and do something else. So with this magic word, they need to be in an area. Is that you, Sookin? that you, Cody Dog? With this magic word, they need to be an area where they can't just go and do whatever they want. They still should have toys, and you can give them bones or things like that when they go to their magic spots, so that they've got something else to do. But basically, good boy, you can have it. Basically, by repeating when they're in there, like if I tell you to lay down, if you don't lay down, you go to the box. Don't sniff me in the green. I don't sniff you anywhere. Okay, watch out. Move, please. Thank you. If they don't have an understanding of why they're going to these timeout spots, reset things, magic word, whatever it is, if they don't actually understand why they're there, it's pointless. So I repeat over and over. If they're barking at things that are next door, it's next door, isn't it? You could leave it, and then reward the things they do. You say, leave it, it's just next door, or it's the kangaroos, or whatever it may be. It's your neighbour, or it's just a bus, or storms are a little bit different as it involves phobia. This is more for reactive things, when they're being naughty, not when they're scared. This magic word, the magic word for them when they're scared turns into a safe place where they want to go and put themselves. So I'll show you now. Luke, can you come up here and lay down, please? So he's not going to want to lay down. So he goes and puts himself into his magic spot. So it's not go to your spot. Tone is important, but it's about when they're there, showing them why. When they come out of there, ask them to lay down again. Ask them to do the same thing if they were trying to wrestle or fight with another dog or bark at things up the road or whatever it may be. Give them the opportunity when they come out of their reset spot or their little area tied up under their couch with a lead or a bit of rope. If your dog chews through it, just get a $10 wire with plastic coating over it, a tie-out lead I think they're called, and you can put that under anywhere. It's about 3 meters long. Make sure they've got water in any of the timeout spots. If they're going to be there for more than 5 or 10 minutes, they're going to pant more and be a little bit more stressed. They make noise in those areas, or they carry on, or they do it, they need to go to another place that's further away from the family. If you're inside of an apartment, your timeout area could be on the ground near you. If you're in a house, it could be tied up to the end of the couch, so they've got to lay down and stay on their dog bed. If they want to get off the dog bed, they then go to, I use crates and things because I do high level. Assertiveness, aggression, previous potential of dangerous dogs. But if you've just got a normal crate or a bathroom, pick everything up like a toddler that they can't eat in wherever you're going to put them, because they're going to be bored, especially if you don't give them other things to do. But as soon as they do an action, if you ask your dog to come back and they don't come back and you yell at them or get them in trouble, they're not going to want to come back all the time. If your dog's going in, however, if you make coming back to you fun, oh, good come back, good boy, good girl, very good. And then you address, and I'd clip on a lead if they don't stay with you all the time. And then I would walk over to the reset spot or the area they're going to lay down and say, look, don't bark at the dog next door. Stop chasing the kangaroos. Don't eat the couch or whatever it may be. And you're in your... Who's in one over there? You're in Alaska. You're in Alaska because I told you to lay down. Now, if you don't lay down, you go to Alaska. Good boy. Then I'll bring him back and he gets a chance to do it. Very good. Good, Alaska. Good boy. Very good. Go play. Can you come over here, please, and lay down, Mr. Fox? Just here? Well, thank you. Thanks for helping. Good boy. Lay down, Mr. Fox. Just here. Lay down. Oh, very good. Because if you lay down, you don't have to go to Alaska. Don't lick me. Come here. If you lay down, you don't have to go to Alaska. Good stay. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Lots of calming signals, stress signals here. He wants to go and wrestle with that dog up there and that one over there. Go play. So them having an understanding also that when I'm addressing one of the dogs, that I can address that one and it gets in trouble or shown what to do or directed or given an option is really what it is. Every time we ask dogs or horses or cats to do something for us, they choose to do that every time. As much as you want to think about it other ways, unless you're physically dragging them or holding them, and even then, there's ways they could react differently. So everything they do for us is because they choose to. They understand our thought patterns, our hormone responses from thoughts we have, sort of understand our thinking by understanding our body's physiological reactions from thoughts we have. So if we're thinking of something really happy, our heart rate's going to increase. Well, if we're thinking of something in relation to love, you'll have certain hormones released from your glands and things within your body. It's something outside of your normal homeostatic, normal baseline levels. Sorry. Well, boy, how you doing? You good? He's good. So yeah, so by having this magic word, whenever, example right here. So please don't push me, and he's pushing me because he wants to go and, I don't actually know yet. I think he wants to get up there and have a cuddle. But stop pushing me, please. And his word is BAD. Oh, good lay down. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Luke. You coming back now? You going to lay down? Hey, come up here. Do you want to lay down? Or you want to go back to Skywalker? No, you're going back to Skywalker. Right up. See ya. So, they just have an understanding of word association. In that action you don't want to occur, and if they continue doing it, whether it's barking at another dog, generally inter-dog aggression and things starts by dogs staring at each other. Then they're going to freeze, their tail will go straight out behind them and not move. There'll be lots of licking or no licking. There'll be blinking from a dog who's trying to be submissive. Their tail will be high and not moving in the air of the dog that wants to be more assertive or dominant, whatever words you want to use. Can you lay down, please, Luke? Thank you. Oh, good decision. Good lay down. And you got a toy that was in your timeout. Very good. Go play. Go play. Now you can do whatever you want. So when they come back, for me, if they were barking at something, I'd go out to the fence or whatever they were barking at and say to them, same as I asked him to lay down or the other one. You're doing. And they know that if that action continues or doesn't continue, they also get a choice, as you've seen with him. Some of them, if they don't want to do what I'm asking, or it's too stressful, or there's other new dogs coming there and they want to be reactive, they'll go and put themselves in timeout. Then I don't close the cage door, or if I do, I don't lock it. If they come out or be naughty, they don't follow requests or things asked of them, then I close the time periods. Dogs understand time. For people who say they don't, that's fine. In my world, they do. When I went to university and come back in between holidays and that, the family dog Marley, she wouldn't respond in the same ways as when I came back from America after a few years or a year or whatever it was the first time, and then years after that. She wet herself on the driveway, having a physiological response to that event, and extreme happiness, bouncing like we'd never seen her before, and she doesn't do that every time I went to uni. So they must understand some concept of time. Otherwise, when I go down to the store, it'll be no different to when I come back, because you'll be there and you're not. So people think that they know what they've done wrong when they chew stuff up or eat certain things. That was a puppy teddy, that was another dog bed. It's generally our response from when we look at an object that they've chewed and then we look at the dog. They're reading our hormones, like for assistance therapy dogs that detect heart attacks, seizures, anxiety, depression, cancer even. Once they have that response, it's a known outcome. So when you look at something and feel sad, your hormones react, or feel angry, react, and they're going to be heightened because it's generally something you love that you think they know that they did wrong for. Other stuff, it's not a big deal. When a dog senses cancer, they're detecting something, an abnormal cell or something that they know. When they smell that cell or that gunpowder or whatever object they're trying to find, your keys, exactly the same, they're going to get a positive reward as a result of that. Playing tug-of-war is generally a lot of your high-end security trained protection, bomb detection dogs like to play tug-of-war, having a physical response, or play fetch with a ball, which once again sends all those positive hormones through their body, etc., etc. It's well known that when we pat them, we have a response of reducing heart rate and things. So do they. Some other little random things, probably said before, but I'll say again because it's pretty funny, that dogs use the magnetic fields of the earth when they go to do number twos, or defecate, or puppy poops. They'll be spinning around, and excluding the extreme strong parts of the day where the Earth's magnetic field is at its strongest. They'll be generally facing in a north-south direction when they're going into the toilet. How random's that? So when I ask them to do things and lay down, and if they don't want to do that, I'm looking at their licking, their blinking, their position of their tail, whether they're averting, the whites of their eyes, whether they're staring or looking at something away or towards an object, before I go and put them straight into that reset spot. I have a bit of an understanding on whether or not they get it, they're scared, they're worried, and when you bring them in or out of the reset spot, they also learn too that by going to that spot, if they don't understand what you want, that gives them a timeout place, somewhere to go, reset themselves, good to go. So I'll show you with baby dog. What are these? These glasses. These people's. These mine. You leave the glasses. Yeah, good, leave it. Leave it. See these? Good, leave it. Leave it. Go play. Go play. Neptune. Baby dog, come back. What are these? 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 You know what they are. What are these? Do you like it when you eat these? Safety glasses? Safety glasses? Are these yours or mine? These are mine, aren't they? These are yours. Good boy. Then give them something else to do. So when they're in that timeout, that reset thing from if they're being too hyper or running around or chasing kangaroos or whatever they're doing, barking at things. When you put them in these reset spots, these areas, these safe spots, these places that they go, when you don't, they're not doing something you want, they don't understand what you want, when they're knowingly doing something naughty, when they're confused or being a little bit of a brat. What did you drop down there? I'll have a look for you. What is it? Okay. You ready? Sit. You sit. Just you. Sit. Oh, look. So, that's our magic word reset spot. The way that dogs become dog aggressive, I mentioned a little bit before. Good yawning. 5 types of yawns. Mr. Fox, can you cut that noise out, please? You can play and you can wrestle, but just no noise, thank you. And if he keeps squeaking, he'll go straight back to his rescue spot, his spot. Now, he's not in trouble, and he just wants to play, and he's being hypo, but it's not what I want. So, when dogs start dog aggression, they'll always start with their eyes by looking. Any dog, like a person that you don't know or someone that you're walking past in the street, if you're staring at them and you don't know them, that's not good. Even if you do know them and you're staring at them, that's not good, is it? Is it? Yeah. So, basically dogs, the way they say hello in their eyes is they look, then they'll look away and they might look back again. Similar to humans, first greetings and eye contact things. So if one dog is persistently looking or staring at another dog, and the other one's averting, moving away. Move please, thank you. I asked you not to lick me before. And so basically, they're trying to get away. Whichever dog is staring at the other one, give it the option. Stop looking at that dog. Don't stare at him. Leave him alone. Good. Good girl. And if you don't do that, you'll go to your magic spot, your magic word, and take them to there. And when they're at that spot, say, "Look, I told you, leave your brother, leave the dog alone. Don't stare at the dog." You can do it when you're out in a dog park. You can do it when you're out on walks. But before they have an understanding of that new trick, smacked you in the head a little bit then. It's the same as children learning to eat at a 5-star restaurant. If the kids are throwing food across the table at home and they can't behave when you take them out to a fast food restaurant or fish and chips or local delicatessen or cafe or whatever it is, if you can't get them to behave and understand the rules there, you've got no chance when you're at a 5-star restaurant and there's all the special rules. And cutlery or forks or silverware or whatever it is. So the dogs are the same with their learning their magic word. If you can't get your dog to stop staring at another dog in your own house or come back or stop barking at the garage, they can still bark, but they're just once or twice, that's fine, and then stop and come back in. And any of the other dogs, there's lots of rescue ones here that can't be fixed, but any of the other dogs that go and join in, they're in trouble too. Whoever comes back and tells or dobs and doesn't bark and say, look, I'm not barking, they get good boy, oh, good leave it, good next doors, very good, and you make it a big deal. Now, the level of reward and the level of praise that you give them should alternate. From the same as if a child is doing an exam. Hello, baby dog, I know you wanted a cuddle from before. If a kid's doing an end of the week test, or if they're doing an end of the year exam, or if they're doing a, final high school exam, if they're doing a finger painting contest, all of which are positives, whether they win, lose, or otherwise it's not the point. But they need an appropriate level of reward. So if they pass the law bar thing, whatever it is, that's a massive party, I dare say. Whereas if they come and sit once, good boy, good sit. If they stop barking at the kangaroos or the wallabies or the cars or the cats next door or whatever it is or other dogs, oh, good no barking, good being a friend. And that was the one more thing. Give a new word for new actions. If they normally bark at stuff and you want them to stop, if they normally go aggressive or assertive towards a dog and you want them to stop, oh, good make friends. Oh, good just a dog. Good. So they're barking at cars or kangaroos or cats or people or whatever it is. If you've got a bit of an understanding, give a word association with it. They figure it out. If you don't know what it is, just leave it. It doesn't matter. Just tell them a new word so that they've got a new understanding. So if they're seeing dogs and you see them start looking at it, leave it, please. Oh, good, leave it, please. Very good. So let's make a new word up. We'll call it fluff ball. Thank you. Come over here. Go play. Go play. Benja. So he's now going to start to annoy this one and sniff near him when I pat him. So, fluff ball. Good fluff ball, because he's not looking at him or pushing him away. When I get another dog, Jess, come here. See how he's starting to move your hand. Don't fluff ball. Don't put, and he's trying to push in more. Don't fluff ball. You'll go to Patterson. Thank you. So if they're staring at another dog, if they're starting to react, oh, leave the dog, don't fluff ball, don't growl at the dog, don't be cranky, be a friendly dog. So you tell them the things that you want them to do. Leave the kangaroos, get out of the bin, leave the bin, come back here, give them something else to do. If you don't give them something else to do, when you say stop barking at that, get out of the bin, don't want to try to eat the other dog, if you don't give them something else to do, stay, sit, leave it. Go. When I say go play a lot, that then means they can make their own decision. When I ask them to come or to sit or to stay, they should stay there for that time. So by directing and associating words, by directing what you want, telling them, tone is important. They understand tone. Higher pitch noises are positive, lower pitch are obviously more assertive, growling as opposed to as a happy noise or a high pitched noise anyway. How you doing? Yeah. I know. As opposed to a growl, a lower pitched noise. So that's hopefully explaining a little bit more about our magic word. Mr. Fox, come here please. No barking, thank you, come here. Yeah, because I don't care how you get here, just come here. Thanks, can you sit down? Relax for a little bit? No barking please, or you'll go back to Alaska. I know, good boy, good leave it. Good no barking. You can stay here. You can play with the puppies. You can have one of these toys, look, yeah. That's a little bit of a stress sign there. See him touching note with his nose. That's me putting my arm across his back. Mr. Stay, baby dog. And avoiding. So he's trying to avoid here. And he didn't like it when I had my hand across the back of him. This baby dog's not going to love it either. Dogs tolerate it because they love us, but they really don't like it. So when we give them face hugs like this is the worst thing. The amount of times I see it on television shows and reporters and people saying hello to a dog that they're just meeting, or even one that you haven't really had long, like this, or even one that starts to pull away, one that loves me, sit down, and you have them here, How you doing? Don't lick me, please. They're going to eventually start to they feel trapped, I believe. So even though he's licking, he's still trying to avoid. And I'm just leaning, I'm not leaning hard, I've just got my hand across the back of his neck towards the top of his head. So he's trying to move away. Phoenix, come here. So he's trying to move away. Okay, thanks, Banjo. He's also trying to push in. Fluff ball. Phoenix, can you sit? Just there. Move over here a little bit then. Sit. Fluff ball or Patterson. Thank you. Because he was trying to push in, and that was the silly word that he'd never heard in association with it before. So Banjo, come back here. Quick, Banjo. Boop, boop. Just here. Sit. Leave him alone. Oh, very good. Good boy over here. Thank you. Leave him alone. So now I'm giving him a direction, not just saying, that's fluff ball, this is leave him alone. And I'm actually touching him on the side of the face where I want him to move towards. So he's not staring at the other dog. So he's not looking at it. And whichever one, you'll be surprised, they'll swap around, some will do it. It's normally one being more assertive. When they start looking at another dog, if you don't have another dog in the house to practice, or it's not the issue, it's one's reactive, start in your own street. Start somewhere different, away from a dog park, just in your own front yard as dogs come past. Get used to them. Always have them tied to something that's secure. And really working with dogs, if they're going to be reactive or biting, get a $10 tie-out lead. That's a wire with plastic coating around the outside of it. Leave him, please. Oh, good. Leave him, please. Or fluff ball. Very good. Good boy. So, see with this one, if he likes being in your face, top of the head. Tolerate it, but they don't really like it. So, hopefully some of that stuff helps. He's happy with the rest of it, and he's happy about being here. What about you? You'll just lick me on the nose if I do it to you. You don't really care either. Being in the face. Whereas if I put my hands here, or on here, or here, not so much. Hope it helps from Nate and the Mutz. Some of our world, the magic word. You'd be surprised at every level of dog will respond to this. If they don't respond to that magic word, you then need to have a follow on one that I mentioned before that's further away. So for example, Skywalker's next, I use word association with the dogs because I have lots come through the houses and rescue places, and now at our little Montana's Way rescue village. So Henry Lawson, Banjo, you'll go to Henry Lawson. So his naughty word is Patterson, so I can remember it with them all. But when he's being really annoying because he just keeps licking me, that's his next one. He knows if he keeps licking me, he's going to the outside area, still going to have toys, still going to have things to do out there, but he's going to go out there. And for a pretty, at least 10 minutes, realistically for him, because he knows better, probably half an hour to an hour. Bring him back in, reset, do it again. And when he's out there, he can have another dog to play with. He can have other things to do, but he just can't be, if they don't want to do what I'm asking or requesting, that's fine. If they want to be possessive over bones or growl over bones, that's fine. They can have those bones. If they want to not lay down, they don't have to lay down, but they can do that somewhere else away from us. Because in my world, if all the dogs don't respond like mini robot dogs, just basic things, respect, don't stare at another dog, lay down, move, sit, stay, blah, 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 stop barking, don't attack each other, all the things that they have to learn in this world, unfortunately. They all know from that one word that each of the other dogs, when they hear that word as well, they don't get in trouble, but they understand it's getting fixed, it's getting acted upon. By when they hear the really naughty word, or for mine is if I say the word enough, that's for all of them. They now know whoever moves, whoever reacts, whoever doesn't come, sit down or stop whatever they're doing, they're going into their timeout spot, and maybe even just straight to level 2. Because when I say enough, it's enough. So, hopefully that helps. From Nate and the Mutz again. And, yeah, see ya.